Some skateboarding games are all about style, others are about realism, and some ask you to skate to the moon and swallow it to earn your freedom from the devil. And Skate Story, the game we talk about today, definitely is the latter. It kept players waiting for quite some time after it was revealed in summer 2022, but on December 8 it will finally launch for PC, PS5 and Nintendo Switch 2. And the question is, was it worth the wait, and what did you expect from the game? So today we're taking a deep dive into the most unique, surreal and visually striking skateboarding game ever made. Skate Story starts with a simple yet interesting setting. You play as a demon made out of glass and pain who is wandering the depths of the underworld. The devil appears and hands you a skateboard, your only tool and your only weapon. And your mission is pretty simple. Just skate to the moon and swallow it, cause then, at least that's what the devil promises, you will finally be free. But you might have guessed it already, this is easier said than done, cause some of the vicious demons are trying to get in your way and stop you, but more about that in a second. Cause if there's one thing that hits you immediately, even before the story unrolls, it's the visual style of the game. Skate Story takes place in a surreal, dreamlike version of hell, with cracked highways that float in the darkness, smoke that is curling through the air, and buildings that bend in impossible directions. It kind of feels like skating through a fever dream, but in a good way. It's vibrant, it's surreal, it can be terrifying as well, but it can also be an almost meditative experience once you got into the flow. The world of Skate Story is split into unique themed regions of the underworld, each representing a different emotional tone. There's grief, guilt, hope, or rage, and you often meet bizarre and sometimes funny characters that are dealing with their own strange stories and internal struggles, just like your own character. The narrative is subtle and atmospheric rather than text-heavy, and you pick up most of the pieces through environmental storytelling, surreal cutscenes, some cryptic dialogue, and of course encounters with other lost souls. And the whole environment just pulses with glass, neon, ash, and fire. Even your character, and since you're actually made out of glass, you will also shatter when you fall, which looks even more spectacular than the diamond-like glitter and lighting effect your character normally has. Every level of the game also feels handcrafted and specifically tailored to raise a certain mood or emotion rather than portraying realism. And the soundtrack is also another major part of this experience, with atmospheric tracks by Blood Cultures or John Fio. It's hypnotic, emotional, and designed to match the rhythm of your skating, which creates a vibe that is even unique for this genre. But despite all of the surreal vibes and looks, Skate Story is, at its core, still a real skateboarding game. Because you aren't just pushing forward and ride through the levels, you actually learn tricks, master them, and build your skills. The game features more than 70 tricks in some, including ollies, kickflips, tray flips, impossibles, manuals, different types of grinds, and so on. And the physics feel grounded and very weighty and heavy, and are closer to a stylized simulation rather than an arcade game, even though the controls are kept quite arcadey. With the bumpers and the triggers of your controller, you define which trick you want to perform, and then with an additional press of a button, you do the trick. But there's also different variations. Each trick has a small window to perform it in perfection, which is highlighted within the trick symbol, and this will give you more points, will deal more damage to the demons standing in your way, and will also make your tricks look a lot better. And because your character is made out of glass, which makes every fall devastating, it also makes landing tricks feel more meaningful. But the core element of the game is not only to ride through the environment with style and get get your tricks to perfection, it's to deal with the demons standing in your way. And this is where Skate Story truly breaks away from traditional skateboarding games, because you're not just skating, you're actually fighting. And to get rid of those demons, you need to deal damage to them by doing tricks. But this kind of combat is also not just button mashing. It's tied directly to how you skate. So the more perfect your tricks are, the more damage you deal. And by landing specific tricks and combining rhythm and timing, and by chaining tricks together and building momentum, that's how you defeat those demons. And while this might sound overwhelming at first, I can assure you that it's not, because it's not constant but only happens in small portions. And this adds just enough tension to make the journey feel more dangerous and surreal. But there's more than just boss fights and vicious demons. As you progress through the underworld, you will learn more and more tricks, complete skate trials, skill challenges, and trick tasks where you have to put your learned tricks and your skills to the test, and there's also some environmental puzzles that round up the overall experience. But of course, it wouldn't be a skateboarding game if there wouldn't be customization options. With every action you do and every completed task and fight, you earn a currency called soul bargains. And this one can be used to buy new decks, trucks or wheels in stores that you will find throughout the game. And all of this, just like the whole game, is kept stylish but in a dark and mysterious tone. The cosmetics, however, only play a minor role in this game, and it's just a nice addition. But the focus is of course on the narrative and on the core gameplay mechanics. So Skate Story is a game for players who want to experience something different, something beautiful, challenging, emotionally, and something that is unique from all the other skateboarding games before. It still offers you the depth of a good skateboarding game, but almost completely breaks the rules and the boundaries of this genre. It has the most surreal and unique art style, but still a wonderful atmospheric storytelling, and it's built all around style, flow, and mastering your skateboarding skills. So Skate Story is more of a journey and an experience than a traditional skate title. And if all of this sounds good to you and you're looking for a game that blends skill, style, and atmosphere into something strange and beautiful, then you can start playing it on December 8 on PC, PS5 and Nintendo Switch, or you already check out the demo of the game on Steam, where you can play roughly 30 minutes of it already. And of course, if you enjoyed the video right here, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye bye!